Hi, my name is Dr. Todd Rowe, and I'd like to share some tips on using the homeopathic medicine, Hypericum Perforatum. Before I start, I'd like to say that nothing in this material is meant to diagnose, treat, or prescribe or cure any illness. Please consult your homeopathic practitioner for treatment options. Here's a picture of Hypericum perforatum. It's a beautiful plant. Hypericum is most commonly known as the St. John's wort, also God's wonder plant, or devil's scourge, or witch's herb. Its name is derived from the Greek meaning evil spirits or over spirits. And it was thought that evil spirits hated this plant and it would send them flying off in another direction. The plant prefers woody and open spaces and is a rapid spreading perennial. It's a fairly common weed. Even here in Arizona, I have seen it growing. The word perforatum refers to the small holes like dots in the leaves, or punctures. And when you rub the leaf, it leaves a red stain reminiscent of blood. Botanically, this plant has been used predominantly for the treatment of mild depression. It's also been used for pain and hemorrhoids, for yeast infections, ulcers, anemia, pleurisy, hysteria, and rheumatoid arthritis. Margaret Tyler, a well-known homeopathic practitioner, said, "Among the wound warts and bruise warts of our land, none rivals Hypericum for its healing touch on injured nerves and for injuries, especially to parts rich in nerves. And the remedy is prepared from a tincture of the whole plant." So in homeopathy, it's probably one of the first remedies to consider for puncture wounds. It also is very specifically useful in the aftermath of dental work or a dental pain that is sharp and shooting in nature. It's also one of our primary remedies for spinal cord injuries, particularly of the tailbone. It also can be used for depression, particularly sadness that follows on surgery or wounds of some kind. It can be used to lessen the shock after operations, as well as the bad effects from fear or fright. Some of the general characteristics is that it's, as I said, a wonderful remedy for injuries, particularly injuries to areas rich in the nerves. And that would be, for example, the fingertips or the tongue or the eyes or the teeth or even the genitalia. If you know the homeopathic medicine Arnica montana, it is directly related to arnica, but Hypericum perforatum is often called the arnica of the nerves. You can also use this remedy for contusions and concussions. And the main thing to remember is the sharp shooting quality of the pains. It can also be used for neuralgias. Typically, the symptoms and the pains are worse from cold and cold air, as well as being worse from foggy weather or change of weather. And the pains typically will appear and disappear gradually. Other physical characteristics of this remedy include intense itching on the face, hoarse voice, hemorrhoids. It's been used to treat severe pains after birth, as well as urinary retention after birth. It's a useful remedy for asthma that comes on after foggy weather or after injuries, and can be used for treating dry, hacking coughs. It's one of our main remedies for phantom limb pain. along with the homeopathic medicine Allium cepa, or red onion. The skin oftentimes has a quality of hyperesthesia, or very sensitive to touch, and it can be used for recurrent boils and abscesses as well as bed sores. Mostly you can compare this homeopathic medicine to ledum palustre, which is marsh tea, also Arnica montana, Calendula officinalis, or marsh marigold, and Staphysagria, or staves acre. Kent said, a well-known homeopath who lived around 1880s to 1920, that one who makes a study of the proving of Hypericum will be reminded of a class of injuries involving sentient nerves. It's not surprising this remedy has come into its use as a result of such injuries. The surgery of homeopathy largely involves the use of arnica, rust toxicodendron, ledum, Staphysagria, Calcarea carbonica, and Hypericum perforatum. You can order this remedy at orders@amchoh.org, or if you're interested in learning more about this remedy and other acute care remedies, you can learn about our acute care course at acutecare@amchoh.org. Thank you very much.